The distinction between academic and non-academic is more of a continuum rather than a black and white dichotomy. Even if we compare the two extremes of the spectrum, a tweet and a research article, for example, there will be words that are common to both texts. These are words that are highly frequent in any text, regardless of its purpose and context. We'll call these general vocabulary. This will make up from 50 to 80% of any English text. In the informal end, we can find colloquial words or expressions that are restricted to situations when participants are quite familiar with each other or in contexts where a power imbalance is not evident, such as in social media. These are not normally used in academic papers unless they are the object of study. Academic vocabulary, on the other hand, is much more frequently found in texts that aim to disseminate knowledge. We'll illustrate this with a text in this box. The words highlighted in yellow can be found in all kinds of academic texts on any topic. That is, they are common to all disciplines. They are also more formal than the general options. For instance, examine is more formal than look at. The words highlighted in red, on the other hand, are concepts or technical terms of a discipline or a subset of disciplines, in this case, sports medicine. Both academic and technical words tend to be longer than your average general English word, which is why some students might find them challenging. To understand why academic English prefers this type of word, we might need a brief history lesson. The British Isles were invaded by Germanic tribes, among them the Anglos and the Saxons, from which these everyday words come. Later, it was invaded by Vikings, who also left their mark on the English lexicon. These short words for common things make only 20% of the English vocabulary, yet they are used very frequently in everyday communication. Early in the current era, Britain was also settled by Roman missionaries who successfully spread Christianity. They established the Roman alphabet as a system for writing and introduced words related to religion like angel and bishop. One of these, disciple, meaning pupil and derived from the Latin word for to learn, gave us the word discipline. In 1066, the Normans, who spoke French, invaded Britain and established a new ruling class. So most words relating to government and the law come from French, a Romance language, that is, a language that derives from Latin. English words with these endings are likely to have a French or Latin origin. The Renaissance brought great developments in science, including physics, biology, and astronomy, among others. But until the 1600s, scientific papers used to be written in Latin because there were no English words to discuss science and they had yet to be invented. Sir Isaac Newton, the guy who got hit by the apple, and Sir Francis Bacon, the father of the scientific method, were some of the first scientists to write research papers in English. To do this, they created new words from Latin and Greek concepts. While Newton favored Latin, Bacon opted for Greek, inventing, among others, pneumonia, which he died from. With the Industrial Revolution, inventions like the steam engine and processes like combustion had to be named. To do this, they also resorted to Latin and Greek. So the influence of Latin and Greek in religion, politics, and science has shaped the academic English of today. These words tend to have more than 2, often 3 or more, syllables. Here, you can compare some everyday words we use from Anglo-Saxon origin and their preferred equivalents in academic contexts. In the following videos, we'll show you some tools to identify the type of vocabulary used in academic and non-academic texts.